and we'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Waiting on Linda. And while I'm waiting on her, I have to make a couple shares here. Hope everybody's doing okay this evening. Just give me a second. And we are waiting on Linda to come back. Put this in the group. Okay, got one. Give me just a second. I'm sorry, everybody. I wish it was an easier, quicker way to do this. But so, again, I hope you guys are doing okay. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm Nita. I'm one of the admins of this wonderful establishment. And welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism session. And bear with me for a minute. I'm adding this to the other pages.
Okay, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
There she is.
Sorry about that.
Okay, and for those of you who are new to Autism and Us, we do this every week. It's an open discussion of Let's Talk Autism, where anything autism goes, just about anything, not everything. But we are your hosts. I am Nita, again, one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin.
And let me get up here. Hey, Michelle and Alex, Kenyana, Lorienda. Hope everybody's doing okay.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Lorienda, Michelle, Victoria, Kenyana, Alex. Hey, Angela.
You started a watch party?
Yeah, I'm waiting for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just so I won't. Hey, Angela. Good, Alex. Glad you are okay. Beautiful, Michelle.
Okay, there we go.
All right. What's going on with everybody this evening? Hey, Lori. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing good.
I'm doing all right. Doing okay. How are you, Lori?
And just again, for those of you who are just coming in, if you're very new, what this is our open discussion. So feel free to throw in any questions or concerns regarding autism in the chat. Linda and I are parents, just like most of you are. If you see a question in the chat area that you can help with, feel free to chime in. It's what it's all about. Parents helping parents and parents helping those who don't know about autism. Maybe you have a question If you're an educator, please chime in if you can help with something. So that's what it's all about. And we try to get to all of the questions. That's why we rely on the members in the chat area. But if we don't get to all of the questions, please forgive us. But we'll do the best we can. Sometimes we just don't see them all about. And we do apologize, and we probably won't be able to get to everything tonight, given the time, but we will try. Oh, good, Lori. Glad you are hanging in there.
Good. And keep doing what you're doing, ladies. Thanks, Todd. We plan to continue this for a while, hopefully. I don't see any time that there won't be a need for support. How is everybody
Angela,
doing?
That would be good.
Good.
And Lorienda, I hope so. I hope so. Time will tell.
I didn't see anyone. Well, I was gonna say I didn't see anyone in my inbox, but I didn't check the request side, so I don't know.
Sick of being on lockdown. Need more to do inside with my girl. Can you come up with anything? Anybody have any suggestions? I know a lot. Yeah, go ahead. But I know a lot of us are sick of being on lockdown. It can take a toll on us.
He runs away and growls his bad days, and some days he won't do any work at all, I guess. Any suggestions to make him do his work? His teacher said to take his iPad, but that doesn't work.
Who is that?
Kenyana.
Okay, Kenyana. Oh, okay. We'll try to come up with some suggestions for you, Roger. I know a few of the parents have some. And Linda asks, how old was your girl?
With Kenyana, definitely small fragments of time at a time. Sorry, I have a migraine today, so my thoughts are like not connecting right. I would say start small increments of time. Don't try to start like say 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Maybe if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes at a time, and offset it with something that he likes, and then go back to it and just keep alternating it, even if that's just running around time.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, because I have to do that with DeAndre, because he won't sit still for me, and I have to ask this teacher, how do you do it? But yeah, I'll go, what I start off with now is something he likes, and he likes the numbers. So we start off with the numbers. So find something he's really interested in, and he'll sit there and play around with that for a minute, get to the work, and let him go release himself, release some of that energy. Then come back and say, hey, let's try this. But yeah, I agree. In increments.
Like I said, no matter how small they are.
Yeah.
Lori says, I feel like I'm bringing a candle and being homeschooling my son and doing his therapy. Yeah, I think we're all feeling somewhat like that because it all instantly came upon us. We weren't, planning this or thinking of doing it, and then we had to jump right into it, and here we are. And yeah, it's a stressful thing.
Yes.
Hang in there. We are all grounded, right? I saw this one post and it said, just look at it for when we were teenagers and we didn't get caught for things. Just look at that as being grounded for all those things right now.
I want to go out, please.
Serious. We can't, often can get and walk to the same place. And that's about all you can do.
Yeah. And I went by my parents, and it's so weird because usually, have my key and I go in the house and do what I'm
Mhm.
gonna do. Say, hey, they upstairs. Now it's like I rang the bell. She came and gave me what she was gonna give me. We
Mhm.
exchanged and bye. I don't even go in the
Aw.
house,
Mhm.
but just to
Yeah,
make sure everybody's okay too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
how it is
strange.
when my son came over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He came over, I packed him some dinner, sent it with him too. He came in for half a second, but he was outside before that. And that was yeah. And then he
Draw
just said
with
bye, no hug or anything.
draw with shaving cream. Is
Mhm.
that one of the suggestions?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's like
And,
a sensory. Or
mhm. And that's what I was going to say to Kenyana. If it's like math homework or something, try to turn it into something different. Whether it's even, I know, so Kenyana is the one that said draw with shaving cream. So even if it was something like that, you could do math in the shaving cream. You can do words in the shaving cream, letters, um, just to make it creative. Dry erase board, chalkboard instead of pencil and paper. Maybe turn it into, if it's not about handwriting or writing, then turn it into a different kind of activity, and you would know he's getting the math questions or answers done correctly, but he's doing it in a fun way, and you could still see him doing the math.
yeah, that would be fun. I would think they would enjoy that. I'm gonna have to try that too.
What are the stages of autism? This is son is starting the process of assessment required by speech therapist. I wonder if she meant required or preferred by speech
Diagnosis.
therapist.
That's starting
Yeah, I think
process.
she's talked the levels 1, 2, and 3, and level 1 used to be
Oh, one.
called
Yeah.
Asperger's or high functioning. So they need the least amount of supports, whereas 3 needs the most amount of supports. So it's levels 1, 2, and 3.
And like my son is 2 and 3. So yeah.
And,
So levels 1 would be more they're more functioning in society better. They can do some things like she said. Um, but 2 and 3 they need support. And 3 they need a lot of support.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're at levels 2 and 3.
and
So
I
I'm
think that's
thinking
where Emily.
levels one would be also if they can communicate speech wise. They can talk. I'm
Yeah,
thinking, yeah.
mm-hmm. I think 2 is 2, but it still has a lot. It still needs a lot of support. And 1 can even be people who are diagnosed even later on in life, and they don't even people may not even know that they have autism. There's a scale in each number, as you know. So level 1 can look like this to this, a certain range. And 2 doesn't mean that everybody's has the same level of supports. There's varying degrees in the levels. But I think Emily's a level 2, 3 as well. Now, people who were diagnosed before, so Emily's 15 and Andre's 13. When they diagnosed Emily, they weren't talking numbers.
Yeah, when DeAndre had his very first and his second diagnosis, because they didn't have the levels, but the time before the last, we got the actual levels because of the testing. I think they added those to that new one in 2016. I think that's when they
Oh, okay.
started. Yeah.
Got it.
And I guess, and then it depends on where you go get tested. Because this last time she didn't put levels.
Oh.
So this last time we
Oh,
didn't get
okay.
levels. We just,
Mm-hmm.
got the breakdown. But the time before that, that psychologist did the levels.
Oh, okay.
And Angela says, and for all autism parents, guardian, if doctors say something isn't going to be painful on a child as they do it, with them awake all the time, or with your gut, with sensory issues, and just autism itself, or gently affects them much gently as I watch Riddick suffer getting his halo. Oh, poor baby, poor baby. But glad it's off and hope he's doing okay. What can
Yes.
you do to help him sleep at night? Because he doesn't sleep. So your son has doesn't has he has sleep issues? Has he had them all the while, or he's just starting? A lot of people are using melatonin. Have you tried that? Hello, I want to hello. Hello, I want to ask you a question. How do you get a child of 4 years that is not verbal to do his schoolwork? Yeah. Um, Linda was just speaking on the increments. Now, if the child's teacher, make sure you are in contact with your child's teacher, him or her, and see what tools are they using in class for the nonverbal. See what tools she's using, and kind of you two work together for the home thing, because that's what I'm doing now with my son's teacher. My my son is starting to become verbal, but he still has that lack of understanding certain things. So working with the teacher now has really helped. So if he's doing certain things in school that you can't get him to do, the best place to start is see what his teacher is using in class to help him out. And patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience.
And that's hard anyway. That's like preschool. So to have the work there, it's almost like pulling simply the work parts of the day out and sending it to you to get it done. But really, preschool, they do activities, they have the playtime, they have all this stuff and then they intermingle the assignments, and you're just seeing the actual assignments. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. But that's still an age where they're learning hands-on and through play.
More play, yeah.
And music and things like that. So to see simply the work part of it can be daunting, I think, because you have to be creative with it.
Yeah, I would
Elena,
think something he likes
definitely.
and use it as a learning tool.
Definitely. If he's learning letters, find a, like we're talking about the shaving, find an interesting way to draw the letters. Sidewalk chalk is another thing, another way to do that work.
Mm-hmm.
Elena says, I wanted to know which medications given to autistic adults. It depends on what it's for, but I know that I'm pretty sure that both of them are. There's only 1 to 2 medications that are actually approved for the symptoms of autism, and one is Abilify, and the other one is Risperidol. And those are the only ones that are actually marketed, or they say treatment for autism. So it would depend on what you were treating, what symptoms, and your psychiatrist or your neurologist.
The Risperidol is more for like psychotic episodes.
Yeah, it's
like my son was taking it for a minute because he would sleep and because he would kick the walls while he was sleeping. So it helped with that. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's because that's the part that we were going to have it for Emily as well was due to meltdowns, and it was the same angle. And if you read about those, you'll learn because it's the symptoms that still occur, yes, with autism. So like I said, you would need to talk to your psychiatrist, psychologist, or technically your psychiatrist or your neurologist.
And your own research too. Make sure you do your comparison also.
Exactly. And, read up on the medications and Vicky says, hello, my grandson is autistic and is 9. He is so smart, especially technically. Also loves music. Is this common?
as
Uh,
far as for autism?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Well, I mean, autism doesn't mean unintelligent. It doesn't. It's a communication um, disorder. It's a social disorder. So it's not technically a developmental thing as far as like a delay or anything like that. Doesn't really across the board go with intelligence or lack of intelligence.
Right.
But they do have interests. So I mean, and
And
they
feed
have,
on their interests.
yeah, they have a high focus on what they're interested in.
Lorienda says, oh no, Linda, migraines are awful. It takes a while to process when you have them. I suffer also.
Oh yeah, yeah, Lori, and yeah. So you, you know, and it even when it's gone, it still feels like my brain is bruised, and I have to get back to normal.
I've been trying to do both Riddick's and Winter's therapy or video app, but for some reason I can't see them, but they can see and hear me. So they have been out of there all. Yeah. No, a lot of our kids are missing their sessions due to this virus.
Uh, Jane, Jane Todd asked, my son has autism and he started gagging himself and he likes to throw up. What can I do to make it stop? I seen somebody else who talked about this a few weeks back on the page, and it was kind of the same thing, and it was kind of to wonder if something's wrong with the throat. And that's why they keep putting their hand in their mouth, reaching back and gagging themselves and in turn throwing up. So definitely talk to his doctor about it and see what they think is going on. Yeah, like comments. I wondered about dysphagia too, because that's right there. But if he's gagging himself with his hand, I mean, it still could be because his throat could feel funny. But I wasn't sure if he's gagging himself with his hand or if he's actually gagging to throw up without his hand in his mouth. And that would definitely be dysphagia. But also, if it's dysphagia, his throat is feeling funny, that could be why he's reaching to his throat. And if you, dysphagia is it's a problem with swallowing.
Hi, Erica and Sonia. Oh, she's 20.
Things a 20-year-old does: recolor, puzzles, play with baby dolls, try to get her to help cook, clean. Mostly she's on her tablet. You guys are great. Thank you for everything. You're welcome, Roger.
Welcome.
And that's pretty much color, play. Yeah, and I guess you could do reading. If she doesn't read, there's lots of stories. There's a website that I just found too, with stories, so you can read with them. You can see the story, hear the story to them. So you can turn off audio and you can read yourself. They can read or you can listen to the audio. But it's pretty good. Lots of stories on there. That's an activity. Art, like Emily was just painting. Emily did the little pixel art where you iron the little pixels after it's done. Maybe she might like that. Exercise, going for walks.
Oh yeah, walks.
And that's another girl. I always take note when it's a girl. I'm like, there's another one.
Sarah. Sherry. Hello. Michelle. My son is 1 and 2. Oh, levels. Okay.
Okay.
My son is level 2 and he can talk and request things. Could you please explain the different levels of autism? Okay. I think we already.
Is this the same person?
No, that's Lori. Huh?
Did you want a cheeseburger?
Yes, please, of course.
Let me get back to that one. But Vicky says one more question. This is the same one with music, and he was really smart. My grandson does a lot of tapping on things like computer, tablet when he's doing his homework. Why would he do this? And thank you for all your help. You're welcome, Vicky. That's called stimming. It's probably more likely to, and it can be calming. They can do it for different reasons. There's just it's mainly like a calming mechanism, a way to calm himself, especially when the anxiety starts to go up. Yeah, stimming is STIMMING. If you look that up, you'll see all kinds of stuff about it. There's different reasons, but mostly, like I say, if we tap our fingers or our feet, it's kind of the same thing. It might be to a more higher degree, though.
Yeah.
Like it could get to rocking their whole body, or like Emily rocking
their hands.
Yeah, their hands. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it could even be sound. So there's lots of different ways to stim, but I think that that's his way. And
I was never told, Brandon. I figured it out. Okay. Saying, so sorry, Angela, about Riddick. I think as parents should always go with our gut. Yes. Erica says, is anyone else's autistic child doing a bit better during the pandemic? I feel homeschooling and stuff and bring with me daily. He is doing pretty well and even starting to verbalize more. No, I don't I think he's doing, my son, for me, I think he's doing about the same. He has more freedom. It was more of the structured thing, and I'm not a homeschooler, so yeah, I think he's doing about the same. He's the same old kid. But his ABA therapy is kind of missed, so that's the only thing. But what do you think?
And I feel like Emily's doing the same, about the same. Yeah, it was rough the first week, but once she got the hang of it, I think she's doing the same.
No, I haven't with him. He is my grandson. He is 17. Okay.
So, who was that? Lori asked about the levels?
Yeah, Lori wants to know about the
Okay, so level 1 is the least severe autism diagnosis. People in this category have social difficulties and require some support. Level 2 is people in this category need more support than those with level 1 diagnosis. They have more severe social deficits that make holding a conversation very challenging. Level 3 is the most severe autism diagnosis. People with level 3 diagnosis have significant impairments in their verbal and nonverbal communication. And of course, if you research each one, you're going to get a lot more details and specifics.
And Kenyana says he did better the first week, but it's gone downhill from there. Yeah. I think because they're in their home environment, some of our kids, not all, but because they're in their home environment, they feel, oh, I got a little more freedom. It's not that structured school setting where you have to do this at that time, or do this at that time, and so on.
Because they've never seen their school environment as anything else but school. Where home now is a classroom and home, so it's hard to separate the two.
Did anyone's child start singing or whistling to rings before verbalize? Rings. or whistling to. My son started singing, not before he was saying a few words, but he enjoys singing, so I think that helps. But he didn't start, just fully. But as he started talking and started singing, but I think the singing helped him um, with his verbal communication. My son is no longer in school, but he's still completing learning activities, daily living and reading math. He is loving mama for being, awesome. Did I show you guys what Brandon created? I have to show this off every time.
Can you get mine?
It's awesome.
I love it.
This is what Lorienda's son created. Isn't it wonderful? It's awesome. Yep, see?
Yep.
See?
I love this.
A replica of Autism and Us from Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lorienda.
Cherry Tuck. Hello, is it common with children with autism to throw their toys in the air and walk on their tippy toes? My son is 2, almost 3. Now, tippy toes is a common thing with autism. But throwing their toys in the air, what do you mean? Just tossing them? I think a few of our kids maybe do throw their toys. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That would be typical, but if there's also the thing with autism and toys is that they don't play with their toys appropriately.
Right. Like most of our kids like to line things up and have to have them in a particular, like my son used to do that with his, he used to make a fortress or his garage, and he would line every single one of his cars up and would know if you moved one. He would know. Whistling to song. No, he would actually didn't whistle. He would sing them, but no whistling. He hasn't. I don't even think he knows how to whistle. Yeah, tippy toe is common. My son loves throwing things out of the car window. Oh wow! He used to throw his toys to a stop at age 4. Wow, Danielle. I have a question. How can I stop my son repeating the same thing? I was mentioning to Linda the other day how my son just over and over. Okay, DeAndre. Okay, I think that's just part of their communication skills, right? What you call that? Say that word. Say that word.
Echolalia?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I think if it's a repetitive word and it doesn't have a point, it's going to be echolalia. And then if it has a point and it's relevant to what's going to happen or what's going on, and he keeps repeating it, it's for confirmation. High anxiety and trying to make sure that you understand and that it's still the same and consistency is still there. That thought is still with you and just confirming.
Yeah, my son tries to confirm a lot. He wants a whole band, right? So every day we hear microphone, we hear guitar, and he'll say over and over, or a drum set now. He has the guitar. His dad he has an air guitar that paper jams. But his dad actually bought him a real guitar where he can plug into his amplifier. So we're gonna teach him how to play. The music therapist.
Get that yet, did he?
Huh?
It's not there yet, though. Yet, right?
No, it's not yet.
Okay.
His music therapist from years ago, she's actually doing a paper of how he has improved. So she's the one that gave us the information for this studio where he can learn how to play. And she's gonna, when all of this is over, she's gonna go with them to help because she plays the guitar. So it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, good.
But he wants a drum set. So every time he tells me, I say, "We'll tell Daddy. We'll tell Daddy. Want me to tell Daddy?" Okay. But yeah, that's one of those confirmation. He wants to confirm that we understand and we know what he wants.
Yeah. They want you to keep consistent, stay on what you say. If you say yes, if you say, we're going to do this, we're going there, they want to keep making sure and confirming that you're there. Stop. This is ukulele. I agree with that. With
Right.
singing, lots of kids, lots of kids. Toddlers will do it the most. That first year when they're learning to speak, it'll come through. That's why lots of children's shows have music, singing, and that's the way they learn how to talk, through echolalia.
They're learning. Yep. It may have you pulling out your hair, but just like me. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. All right. I understand. Okay. He is gagging himself with his hands.
Yeah, he could be reaching to his throat because of something. There was someone else who was talking about this too, and they wondered if it was adenoids or tonsils as well. So he could be reaching to his throat because there's something funny feeling there. So I would say again, check with his pediatrician. Start there.
Some do it because they like how it feels. Severely autistic kids find things enjoyable that we don't. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, he gagging himself with his fingers.
Yeah, he might.
Golf.
Yeah, I don't know.
Golf cart. I'm old, 54. Oh, that's not old. Have some fun. Now, see, that's old. I had to reach over and turn my fan on to get some air.
She wants a cheeseburger.
Oh, you heard that, huh? My daughter's.
I want to go to a restaurant. Oh, my goodness.
They up there cooking some homemade hamburgers.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we ain't going to no restaurants.
Oh, yeah. No, I know it can't. Even after everything opens back up, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
Before things are actually safe.
Right, Michelle. That is not hardly. Oh, have some fun.
Oh.
He is stuck on one thing. Is there any way I can stop it? When you say one thing, what is it? I mean, is it just all day long? Is it something he's saying all day? Yeah, redirect. Yep. Maybe get him interested in something when he starts that. Maybe show him something else that may pique his interest.
Yeah. I wonder what it is he is saying.
Love you both. Thank you. Brandon said, you welcome. Aww. Yes, they know when you move it out of. Yeah, they definitely know. My son does this too. I can't get him to stop. He uses certain phrases that he picks up from other places and use it as his language. Most of his language came from YouTube.
Yeah, Emily used to phrases from TV, like typical language. But then I started to notice that sometimes it would pop up and it would be relevant to whatever was going on.
His son is smiling at. Aww.
I like how Lori understood that because I can hear him.
Daddy will get that drum set because guess where that drum set is gonna be? At Daddy's house.
That's why when you told me he had a guitar, when you told me the other night he was getting one, I was like, wait, who bought it? I know you didn't buy it.
Oh no.
I know that wasn't your idea.
Daddy. Nope, that drum set will stay, and that guitar can stay right at Daddy's house. Oh, while we have a brief second here, please make sure you guys, Beautiful Faces campaign is still happening. So if you want to include your loved one in our Beautiful Faces campaign, or yourself, if you are on the spectrum, make sure you submit those beautiful pictures so we can show them off for Autism Awareness Month. I'm going to put the link in here. And Linda, also, did you want to mention it now or wait?
Yeah. Let me get back to the watch party. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to poll, and if everybody here can get over there, I want to know what your biggest, how would I say that? Your biggest, I guess, safety concern regarding your loved one on the spectrum. Most of us are parents, so regarding your child, what's your biggest safety concern regarding them? And so I'm going to be posting that. I'll post it right after this, but it'll be, I guess we'll put it up there. So look for that and try to let us know exactly what it is. This lack of fear. Yeah, that's, I think now I can call it lack of safety awareness. She used to have lack of fear. Now it's lack of safety awareness, and she's afraid of some things. But it's that safe awareness that's not there. Oh, that's good, Kenyatta. Has it decreased to once a week, or is that higher than before? Today he was having to deal with violent meltdowns and new things. So tired. Where do you get to carry on? Did you do this one? You didn't do that, did you, Stacy? Today he was having a violent meltdown, a new thing. So tired. Where do you get the strength to carry on? Feel like I'm out of ideas. Hold on one second. There it goes.
Oh, okay, because it's not popping up for me. Oh, maybe because it came before. Oh, okay. It was, I was typing. That's why I didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
And right before, well, I'll get back to this one, but Kenyana also said, my son does that too. I can't get him to stop. He uses certain phrases that he picks up from other places, uses it as his language. Most of his language came from YouTube and TV shows. Yeah, I think that's a big way for a lot of them to start speaking, because they can relate, and it's delivered to them in a way through their television shows, so it's age appropriate. It's not just like hearing conversations around. Where did she go? Right here. Yeah, so the meltdowns are really hard, especially when they're violent meltdowns. It's hard. It's not only physically demanding on you, it's mentally demanding, and when they're done with it, you're still rattled from it. It is hard, and I can say there's those here who can relate. We don't all put up with the same things or put through the same things, but there's definitely others that do go through this. It does feel like you run out of ideas, and you feel like sometimes like I can't do it anymore. But you know, I guess just understanding that it happens, and then there's good moments as well, and it'll happen again. But let's try to focus on the times that it's not happening. on the good. But I understand you get tired, and yes, it does get difficult.
It kicks me out when I try to pick the pick it out. Not sure why that's happening. And you put your Facebook link in. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Just make sure all the fields are filled in before you try to choose the picture. And then make sure you check that box that gives us permission to use the picture. So there's the link, autismandus.org/beautiful-faces, and you could submit your loved one's pictures there.
When my son gets angry, I restrain him. Luckily, he does not. I mean, he does that about once a week. Oh, this is where I asked her if it was increasing. Did it increase to once a week, or is that less than before? Lorianda says, my biggest safety concern with Brandon is not knowing how to recognize danger. Very innocent and naive. That's a big one. I think that's a big one, a common one as well. Is for our kids to understand that. Because of course we don't let them watch certain things.
We still have an issue with the danger in the streets, and that's something, once this is all over with, we're gonna start back working on, because sometimes he's good when you tell him, okay, let's look both ways. But if you don't tell him and you try to walk with him and see what he's gonna do, he keeps straight at it. So he doesn't understand the dangers of a microwave.
And microwave is one. Fire, people knowing stranger danger. There's, it's hard. My grandson gets very angry and just walks off. I can't restrain too when he's outside. That's when it does get more exhausting mentally and physically, because when they grow, like when Emily was younger, I could just say, okay, come on, we're gonna lay down, and I would just force her to stay in the bed with me and until she fell asleep, and she kind of reset. She woke better. Can't do that now. So yeah, it's definitely it definitely takes a lot of thinking on how to control it and how to deal with it. Michelle says, why do kids hate doing homework until you're busy? He just came in. He came in just now and asked to do math.
It's like, okay, mom's busy.
Yeah, Emily will ask for the treadmill really super late at night. Her treadmill and her just
really.
Yeah, and it's like, what? We never go to bed. Why is she like treadmill? Treadmill. Huge safety concern over here is he. Let me put this one up. Huge safety concern over here is he has severely bad impulse control and does very dangerous things like trying to open doors or moving cars, moving cars. His doctor says it's because of his ADHD. They want him on meds, but I'm skeptical about that. Yeah, and there's definitely, if you're skeptical about that, definitely do your research if you ever consider it. And there's different types of medications. They're not all in the same class of medication. And if you decide to go that route too, Nita has some information about some side effects. So that might be a helpful thing as well. What was the medication that he used to be on?
Methylphenidate.
Yeah. and it's very scary. Please do research. Go with your gut. Yes, exactly.
Go with your gut.
Always go with, yep.
And
don't feel like
always
what-
go with your gut and do your own research.
Yeah, and don't feel like what the doctor offers you, if he offers you one thing, understand that, you know, you can ask questions, you can question why he prescribed that certain thing. Go into it kind of knowing about a few different of the types of medications.
And I would say to you, Kenyana, I know you have safety concerns with Daniel and his ADHD. Weigh your options. And I always praise parents who can do without. But the medication, and I'm not saying get it, but if it gets to a point where you just cannot handle it, I would seriously talk to the doctor about your options. I know a lot of parents, I would never do that, but never say never, because you just never know. Our kids can be unpredictable. And it's not that you're drugging your kids, but you want to make sure they are safe, for one, and they're calm and they can function in life. So, and again,
yeah,
I'm not saying do it. I'm just talking.
Yes, Lauren, that's what I was gonna say. I was there. I was there last week, I think. She said, yeah, I've had a lot of moments that I want to throw in the white towel, exhausting. But then I look at him and he needs me. Yeah, I mean, I know, but I can't make this sound right. And what did she say before you turn that on? Let me see. Oh, much. I get little energy back.
Oh, Lorian.
Yeah, it is. It does make you feel like that. That's why I was saying there's others out here that feel like they're through the same thing.
That's been my concern as well. My son hasn't tried to open the car door while moving, but he does bang his head against it. And if we are at home, he will get a bit rough with my 1-year-old grandson. Or he will want to open the door and take off down the street. He will say, I just want to take my brain out because it doesn't work. I'm so dumb. Oh, and I always try to reassure him, yep, that's the best thing, that he is not dumb at all. He just does all things different in his own way. It's much more harder now since we can be. Okay, then it cuts off. Let me see. Can you see the rest?
It doesn't work.
I gotta go to the
No,
main.
I can't. I can't.
Let me see. I can go to the main.
Yeah, Crystal.
Oh, okay. Here we go. It's not done. Okay, his doctor says it's because of his meds, but I'm not sure because sometimes they give him a break due to him not eating at all.
And yeah, that makes sense, Michelle. And yeah, definitely start with the lowest dose that they offer, and so that you can titrate up if you need to, down the road. At least you still have that room. If they prescribe something, and you want to start at the lowest dose, Yeah, just always know that as a parent, you do have options. You know, just because they prescribe something doesn't mean you have to
Doesn't
go
right?
exactly by it.
Yeah, definitely. You have the last say on what's good for your child. I was that parent before that I never wanted to put Brandon on medications. Guess what? He's on medication and no, excuse me, a different. Yeah, I had to go through that too, with different medications. Like I mentioned before, we had tried like Focalin. It was a couple people in the group said Focalin worked wonders for their children. I tried it with my son. Now that medication had him in a zombie state. So it was not for us. We tried another one. I can't remember the name of it. Didn't work. So we've been through quite a few. The fourth one now, but it's working absolutely good.
And you know, I was the same way too. I thought, no, never medicate her. And we had to get to a point where it just wasn't even it wasn't benefiting her at all. I mean, she was having bad days at school, and it was difficult. And we felt like that the pros outweighed the cons, and we had to do what gave her the best quality of life, and that's what we did. Definitely, there's one medication I feel like gets her too emotional, and it's, you know, I don't use it too often unless I really feel like we need to on that day, but it's something that I still make the decision on. Like I don't ever have to give it again to her. You know, I'm the parent, but some days I feel like she may benefit, and some days I don't. And her prescription is prescribed from half a tablet up to 2 tablets. So I also get to play with the range in there to see how she's doing and how I feel. So if I feel like she's doing really good for a long time, I can taper her down lower and see how that goes. But just always stay connected with the doctor that prescribes, and keep him up to date with what's going on. And yeah.
And one thing, not only is this last medication, and I want to say, because my son has sleep issues, severe. So if the medicine really helps, because he needs his rest. He needs his rest. He never took a nap before. And he just wasn't sleeping good. But when we tried the clonidine work, and then we had the trazodone, and that helped kind of for the restful, because he needs his rest. Our babies too. It's not good for them to stay up 24/7, and it's not good for mama to stay up 24/7 either. But we changed his medicine because of hormonal changes. But this one is working out well. And he takes naps on his own. It was like, wow.
That's good, because that shows that he feels calmer.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
yeah.
he has to feel better with that.
And more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. Mm-hmm.
Yes, as a parent, you are the voice of your
Definitely.
baby. Yeah, and Lorianda says that Brandon has severe sleep issues as well, just like DeAndre. See what happened to him.
Oh, yeah. They need their rest. Yep. He wouldn't either take naps or go to sleep. It's now Brandon starting. Yeah.
Yeah, Emily she takes naps on the days that she has that. Well, most of the time she will take a nap. If not, she will be kind of tired. But she's going from school every day and take an afternoon nap. When she first started the medication, she would take a nap at school, maybe 15 minutes on her desk, lay her head down, and it was maybe about 1 o'clock, she would do that. But then she started coming home, lasting through the whole day, and coming home and taking it out.
And then that makes them focus a little more. Oh, we lost Linda. Oh, there she is.
What?
Lost you for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that helps them to focus a little more too. They're well rested. Never had sleep issues until he started first grade.
I think Emily had sleep issues probably from 2 to 3
Like a
years old.
log.
It started.
You said what?
Emily started sleep problems about 2 years old or 3 years old, and if she's not autism, she will still have sleep problems.
Hey, Pam. And
Hey,
Pam is
Pam.
going to be doing a focus live for us on Tuesday. So I hope all of you can join us on Tuesday for Focus Live. And she's going to be talking how to help your loved one on the spectrum cope when they lose someone that they're close to. Plus, oh, plus she's
You
going
okay?
to
Okay.
plus she's going to be sharing some of Ralphie with us. So look forward to that on Tuesday.
What time is it Tuesday?
Excuse me.
What time is it on Tuesday, Nita?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it 7 p.m., Pam? I believe it's the usual time, 7 p.m. Yep. I do too, Gloria.
I love seeing Ralph on there.
Ralph never had sleep until the last. Oh, wow. Don't get in front of my camera now. Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm not going to eat in y'all face, but you know, that looks good. Y'all have to excuse me.
I wish I could that Lorianda.
Huh?
Lorianda said, Mama's naps are serious. LOL. I love naps. I nap like Veronica Yvette's baby Eddie.
Hey, Diane. If they take them off clonidine and trazodone, what are they putting them on to help them sleep? Oh, a lot of parents use the melatonin. So, I mean, we've tried that, but it
There's
just
also
doesn't work. Oh, go
there's
ahead.
also Vistaril that I've heard.
What is it?
Vistaril is the name brand of it. The generic is hydroxyzine. Wait, is it hydroxyzine? I think it's hydroxyzine. I've seen people on the page talking about that. It's a prescription.
I can eat pale. But y'all know I'm gonna cover this up for a minute so I can take
Hey,
a
Veronica.
Hey, Danielle. Yes, please do, Virginia. Please do. Tammy is awesome. Everybody wants to sleep like Eddie, huh? Eddie can stand up sleeping.
And Emily has AA at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, but I'm going to try to get on after she gets situated. Got to see this. Yeah, melatonin didn't work for a while.
Give me about 5 minutes, y'all. I have to take a couple bites. I'll be right back.
She logged off too, you guys. So I'm looking at the different medications they use for sleep. And how old is he? So they could use benzodiazepines, and then, like I said, Visceral is one of them. You can go into the sleep medications. If you do over-the-counter antihistamines, there is a large list. So I'm sure there's other options. I do know the two of the most common prescribed ones are clonidine and trazodone. Melatonin made your stomach hurt. Melatonin makes my head hurt. She did, Lauren. She sure logged off. I bet she was stepping aside. Melatonin only works short term for my children. It only works for a period of time for us as well. Does it? Clonidine makes your daughter sleepwalk. She looks like she's eating a hamburger or cheeseburger, Loranda. Melatonin works for Ralph. I give him 2 at night, 10 milligrams. Oh, that's good. What form do you give him, Pam? Like, say, the dissolvables or the pills that he swallows or the gummies or the melts, the dissolvable. Benadryl has the opposite effect on Daniel. We do notice too, Benadryl, and I've heard that as well, that Benadryl, especially if they have ADHD, Benadryl can actually, things that subdue us could really cause them to be overactive and be hyper. Simply Sleep was not bad. I think I would like to don't need a lot of sleep. I just want to be able to sleep and then wake up not hurting. That would be nice. Melatonin was like candy for Brandon. Yeah, melatonin ended up doing nothing for Emily. We tried that for a good long time. Then we actually she wasn't sleeping for school, so she would go to sleep right before school. And yeah, that wasn't working out. I heard sometimes Benadryl, yes, has the opposite reaction. Just like I said, with ADHD, yeah, that's common. Even Emily hasn't been diagnosed with ADHD, but she did have that effect. Or if she had not the appropriate dose of Benadryl, it was kind of strange. Gummies, the adult dose. Okay, yeah, 10. I think 10 milligrams is like the max. But he takes the gummies. Because I heard on this page that I heard parents talking, and they said it depended on the brand and the form that they took of the melatonin. I tried several different ones, and it did make a difference. And the same with Benadryl having the opposite reaction. I also heard this thing that caffeine and energy type of things cause them to come down. And that's common with ADHD as well. So like I was saying, sometimes there's there's a medical term, Veronica might know it, there's a medical term when you have the opposite side effects of what it should do. I'm used to Benadryl, but The decongestant. My son's allergies were so bad. Yeah, and it's really bad allergy season right now, here at least. And the spring has always been tough. It's for Emily, and even the school staff has said that it's probably allergies, and she can't communicate that allergies are making her not feel well, and that's why she's getting irritable and grumpy and things like that. But it's spring again, and starting to see it again. Anything coffee makes me sleepy. Michelle, it makes me sleepy, not immediately, but if I have coffee on that day, I will feel like I took a sleeping pill or something. Like, say if I have it in the morning, come around 11 or 12, I feel like I'm taking sleeping pills. And the stronger the coffee, the more I feel like that. It doesn't feel like I'm coming down off of the coffee. It feels way more extreme than that, and I don't have a headache or anything. I'm just sleepy. Me too. Brandon can take for his sinus allergies, and it helps. And my son's doctor prescribed him Lexapro for his mood swings, and so it can help him sleep. Oh, Lexapro. But I literally have to give it to him at least 3 or 4 hours before bed. Sometimes it still doesn't work, and he takes 15 milligrams. Not sure what else to do for him. That could be, maybe you could talk to your doctor about taking a medication break. So when that happens, it's good to take that medication break, because then they have the break, and when they take it again, it's almost like they never touch it. So their bodies aren't used to it, and then it has a strong effect on them again. Counteractive effect. Yeah, and there's a one word, I can't remember it, but it is counteractive effect. Caffeine helps my migraines. It does help mine as well. And when the unfortunate thing is, when I have a migraine, I cannot think. So I can't think, what should I take? Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, because everything kind of shuts down. Like right before this, I was just laying there with eyes on my head, and I'll probably get back to it after. And now that you say that, I'll probably take a caffeine pill as well. Yeah, allergies are, and it's strange because we're not outside that much, but like we have our windows open and stuff, of course. So, but yeah, allergies are bad. And nowadays you can't sneeze or cough or anything, scratch your nose or anything when you're outside, rub your eyes. So I'm really scared to take Emily out, because she will sneeze just any old way. That is good. Yeah, that is good that he can take that. He takes, the generic for Zyrtec. I think that's what Emily takes as well. She actually, but it's the same thing, different inactive ingredients maybe. She has been gone. She's eaten her entire dinner. Oh, here she is. She was with her watching, because like she came in laughing.
I'm back.
Were you reading the comments?
Yeah, you see, I'm clicking on the whatchamajigger.
You're the one doing that. I was like, this going by itself? Okay. I was like, it has good timing too. I was like, who's doing that? I just thought it was going down a time thing or something.
My daughter made me a hamburger, so I had to enjoy it while it was hot.
Mm-hmm. Was it good?
Yeah.
Good.
And she made it with cheddar cheese.
Ooh. So you got to enjoy a nice dinner, but you deserved it after I seen last night, you were on late last night. We were driving back from the city to Emily for a drive, but yeah, I seen Nina had to pop on last night.
I had to get up out my happy spot for that one.
I thought when you said that, I said, "Ooh, what happened?" we were like halfway back from the city.
Oh yeah, I had to get out of my happy spot. Veronica and her
Veronica.
sister-in-law.
30 minutes. Oh, and that's what I was going to say. Somebody said Virginia, how you said that you give it to him and it could take up to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. Always the same with her Trazodone. Sometimes we can even give to her in the day. Sometimes with a meltdown, we'll give it to her earlier, and she will stay up the rest of the day. Sometimes at night we give it to her, and she can stay up for a few hours. Even if she's laying in bed with the light off, she could stay up for a few hours just talking.
Hello, CJ, Molly, Chris.
Did she keep her hair shut? Yeah. No, right now. She just didn't want to hear.
Hey, Mr. Charles. How are ya? Mr. Charles is in the house. If you guys
hey, Charles.
if you guys missed Mr. Charles Focus Live he did the other day, make sure you can either go on our main web page and view it. You can go on our YouTube channel, or you can scroll through the group or in our discussions group, and you'll find it. Awesome. The way your child thinks. So Mr. Charles gave his own personal insight on it. As you know, I always like to say he's that older gentleman on the spectrum who loves numbers. Big numbers. How are you guys doing? We're doing good. Hope you are doing good and staying safe. Uh-oh, froze up. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it was good. Oh, yeah.
That's good, Charles. I was just going to ask how you guys were doing. Good.
That's good, Mr. Charles. Doing good, CJ, Molly, Chris. Doing good. Okay, Lorienda, thank you for showing up.
Thank you, Lorienda. Tell Brandon you said hi and bye. And thank you.
Yes, make sure you go back and view Mr. Charles live. You know we love his wisdom. What is that? Oh, okay. We are doing great and we are safe. Good. Awesome.
Did anybody happen to see how you test for coronavirus?
All I know is, don't they stick something in your
nose, and it's like maybe this long, like about this long. It goes through your nose to the back of your throat. And I thought, if Emily ever needs to be tested, I don't know how we would get that done. Yeah, I have no idea. It was scary seeing it. I mean, but we can understand, but she would not let them even start.
I don't know if I would let them start.
I know. She got, and of course we would probably get it. We'd have symptoms, and then they could, process of elimination from there, or diagnose from there. Yeah, the swabs are really long. I saw one woman get done. She said it just felt like it was tickling, but I can't imagine. It just tickled.
The flu test was.
Yeah. I think that's in the nose too, right? Yeah, it's a very long. Yeah. Oh, that would be good if they did. There's some tests that they do in the clinic for like flu, and they just go somewhat into the nostrils, and that one wasn't too bad. We've gotten that one done. But if she ever needed her throat swabbed or that coronavirus test through her nose,
I don't think DeAndre is going for it either. Pam said
Yeah.
Ralph would never.
Right. I don't even think Steve would get it done. I have more problem there than Emily.
It would probably take 4 years.
Yeah, we haven't been able to give Emily any immunizations with her being awake for a good while now. One time she had to get I forgot what the shot was, but we were in the ER for some reason, but I forgot what it was, and she needed a shot, and so she laid on her stomach, and it was right in her butt cheek, and she reached around me and her brother, and to where the nurse was, and grabbed the needle while it was sticking out of her butt. She reached all the way around, grabbed it, and was hanging on to it, and we didn't want it to break off, you know.
Right, right.
Like, she was like Wonder Woman.
It would be like the Incredible Hulk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They will definitely show their strength when it's something they don't want.
Exactly. They had to do something similar when they checked my throat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because sometimes it will go through your nose with a little camera and go down your throat. Or go to see what's in the back, you know, your throat. Their nose and throat doctors out. Oh my goodness. See, there was a throat swab right there for strep. Yeah, I was scared. I had strep 2 weeks ago, and I was so scared Emily was going to get it. I was thinking, okay, well, they just have to understand, you know. Hopefully her doctor would just prescribe the medications as well. She didn't end up getting it.
Yeah, we don't have mandatory masks, but it's been pushed into us. If you go out, put a mask on and gloves. And I make sure. And you know what the funny thing is? I had to go out today to my parents' house to drop something and pick something up. But it just felt strange being out there with the mask. And then when I got home, I just felt so nasty. I mean, and then it's just the thought of it. You just washing your hands.
Yesterday, it seems like we've been making a habit of going out on Saturdays to go to the stores. And then yesterday we came back in, took off all the clothes that we had on, straight to the washer. You know, we had already disposed of the gloves and everything, had our masks hanging up. We had, clothes went straight to the wash. I felt like they were just, because they touched the shopping cart, they touched the counter.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I believe it. Last time there was one nurse per limb. In my state, it's mandatory to wear masks now. That's the one. Eddie won't wear. Oh, but my kids.
We can't keep one on DeAndre either. He's not having it.
What we did with Emily, she likes to wear it around the house. And she hasn't gone out. Like last night we went for a drive to the city, but we stayed in the car and we kept the windows up and everything, and there was no contact. So she didn't wear it last night. She hasn't had to wear it yet because she hasn't been out. And we don't have mandatory. I think LA, some parts of California are mandatory, but we're not. Oh, okay. So they were probably putting a camera to see the polyps, right? Or polyps, right? Pam, ours is mandatory as of today. Oh, I don't know if I ever feel safe again not wearing it. I feel like I feel scared out there. I don't know why I feel like that so quickly. Like, I mean, of course I know I'm scared, but it seems like almost like going outside naked now without one. Like if I have to scratch, you know, some like scratch or something, I move my mask, I feel like, oh no, I'm exposed, like it's oxygen or something. When it's yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because now if you weren't washing your hands several times a day, you are doing it now, especially after coming from outside.
Yeah, and I still haven't been able to find Lysol.
I haven't either. I've been
Or
using
the Clorox.
Pine-Sol. I
Yeah,
have tons of Pine-Sol, but no Lysol. Can't
yeah.
find it anywhere.
What I did was I put, what's that Fabuloso I bought from Costco, a big, gallon or 2 gallons of it, and I poured icing to pour rubbing alcohol in there. So I made a spray combination of rubbing alcohol and that cleaner, and then it gave it the antibacterial effect. And then what I did was I bought a pack of diaper wipes and I poured maybe maybe not half cup, maybe a quarter cup of, no, it's about half a cup of rubbing alcohol into the package. Close it up, and now we have sanitary wipes. And then I made some bleach water in a spray bottle.
And I need to go get some bleach because I think I'm down to my last bit of that too.
Yeah, because that was gone for a while too. Like
Yeah.
just now, starting to get that back.
I think the only place you could find bleach here, I know the Family Dollar had their bleach, but going into the grocery stores, toilet paper, and the toilet paper is still, you have to get there early just to get toilet paper.
Yeah.
Unless you go to Costco's or something.
Yeah, and they only give you one, and you still had to be there early, and there was a worker standing there giving it to you. We have to wear a mask on Monday. On Monday, if you don't have it, you can't go to the store, and the store will tell you to go back home and get. I did see that companies or businesses will be able to deny service to you if you don't have masks on. Yeah, delivery services are good. And yeah, I've been doing like Target pickup, or I haven't done Walmart delivery, but I didn't really.
There now.
And it's like 2 days out, and the unfortunate thing is you can put things into your cart, but by the time you get the order, there's so many things that could be out of stock. Yeah, so it's not even like, okay, I fulfilled my list of things I need. Oh, so Pam's like me. Yeah, I haven't really taken Emily out except for that one hike. And I really don't think I would take her to any stores. Yeah, say for a couple years for sure. Yeah, bleach is really I used to not be able to stand the smell of bleach until yesterday when I made that water, because I know how effective it is, how effective it's working. Just because what you mix together, yes, definitely. My aunt burned her lungs from inhalation. She was in the hospital for a week. Yes, like you cannot mix ammonia and bleach. Are two things that it will scar your lungs. You have to be careful what you do mix, and definitely look it up before you mix it. And that's the only reason why I came up with that idea with the alcohol and the Fabuloso, because I seen that that's how they were making a solution to be antibacterial. Yes. Bleach. Oh my goodness, the smell is just. Yeah, I don't think I would mix bleach with anything either. I mean, except for in the washing machine. But I don't think I would either. That's just too scary to me. It was scary adding alcohol to something, but like I said, I read that and that was fine. So I got my little spray bottle of that. That's good. Costco's delivery is like 2 days out. It comes through Instacart though, but it's 2 days out here. And then I think Walmart's 1 to 2 days out for delivery. Oh yeah, for sure. Just be careful. That's
Yeah,
what she was saying about
yes,
mixing the
for sure.
ingredients. Oh no, it doesn't. That's the same thing. Like ammonia and bleach, mixing it together is toxic, but they're both on their own very strong. So neither one of them needs
Ammonia
assistance.
is strong.
It is.
Woo.
It is. Yes. And Charles says never mix bleach with any other chemical. There are too many combinations that produce toxic gases. I agree. I nearly passed out bleaching my bathroom 2 months ago because I didn't dilute it and dummy cleaned my bathroom with the windows closed. Oh my goodness. And you have boys, so especially if you're cleaning the toilet, that bleach was really interacting with some, strong chemicals that when they mix, it's very, very strong. Because if boys are missing the toilet, you got the ammonia from the urine. Yeah, bleach is strong. I cleaned the stainless steel sink the other day, and you can see like it left like a different residue on there after the bleach if it wasn't rinsed in certain spots. Veronica, I got two boys. I got two boys. I was just trying to put it politely. Really?
Shaving cream?
Interesting.
Seriously?
I'm gonna have to buy that. Buy the case.
Right. DeAndre, first thing in the morning, it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ralph is messy too.
He says, and you can catch ammonia from it. Pneumonia.
Mr. Charles.
He always has a joke. Some people call it ammonia, though. They don't realize they're two different words. Like, I got ammonia. And two boys and two bathrooms. Yeah, I love that when we moved to this house. The boys were in a separate bathroom. And he decided it was a good idea to take his pull-up off Saturday, climb the bathroom sink, and stand up and pee in it. I nearly lost my mind. You know, I would be like, I mean, it is like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I have a couple of those stories too. But boys will do that to you, huh? Yeah, working on Ralph's aim.
Check your inbox, Linda.
Oh, okay.
I pick you on the tacos and eater was my daughter is 5 with.
Okay. So you pick a number 1 through 8. Can you tell me?
We are working on. I gotta work on DeAndre's because.
Okay.
Oh Lord. He's a hot mess.
Same with David. He's a hot mess.
All right, everybody. Michelle. Wait a minute. Did I get the name? Michelle. If you have a Cash App, you are tonight's winner. We're doing these secretive giveaways, so we're gonna give away $10 Cash App. So you are the winner. So if you have a Cash App ID, just inbox me or put it in the chat area. It was our secret name pool. So Michelle Gordon is the winner for tonight's Let's Talk Autism. And she wins $10 in Cash App for Cash App.
Congratulations, Michelle.
Yes, congratulations.
I still can't believe that about the shaving cream. I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yeah, me too. I never knew.
All could.
I
We
never
all could use that
knew.
tip.
Right. Right, exactly. That's the shaving cream. Now, how do you use it, Kenyana? I mean, what would you do? Just mix it with something or just put it directly on clothing or the floor?
That's what I was going to say. Right around where the toilet connects to the floor
Right.
is a big spot.
You sure can. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. That was nice.
Cash App is something like another form of PayPal where you can exchange money back and forth. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
So we'll probably start doing it this way. And how it works is at the end of the live, I'll touch base with Linda and she'll choose a number. And whoever falls up under that number will win the Cash App. Those at the end. And thank you guys. And I appreciate that, Michelle. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you.
Okay, she says you spray it on the floor and wait 10 minutes. Then you wipe it up. Peace, smell these. Wow. See, I never knew that. So I'm gonna have to get some shaving cream. Because like Linda said, right around that toilet.
That's what it sounds like. She knows exactly because she said you spray it on the floor and you know exactly where on the floor she's talking about.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try that. I just did my daily scrub of the bathroom because DeAndre's not here today, but he'll be back. But I had to go over because and you take the rugs off the floor and throw them in. Oh Lord. And that's the debit card, but you don't have to pay for it. And then you go, yeah, and you can exchange money. Yeah, or get the app, the Cash App. Oh, I have plenty of that too, Michelle. With my daughter Jasmine, she loves Awesome. We keep a bottle of that. Only thing I don't like, it's not really, it's just a cleaner. It doesn't really disinfect, but I love Awesome. It does good in the kitchen for like the grease stains on the stove or something. So we keep bottles of that. I am too, Pam, definitely.
Oh, she saw that on YouTube.
Wow.
Because, I have the child care, and this bathroom is going to really benefit from that.
Okay, anyone who wants to join us, since we're at the end of time, I just put the link in the chat area. So if you want to come on for the last couple of minutes, to show face and say hello, you are definitely welcome. All you have to do is click that StreamYard link and come on in. Yep, it sure is, Michelle. We get ours from Family Dollar. Worth it.
And that's like the Fabuloso. So if you look that up, you could probably add alcohol to that as well to make it a disinfectant.
To the Awesome or the Fabuloso?
Awesome, because it's like Fabuloso. It's like the same. It's not a disinfecting
right.
Like you just said, but that if it's like the Fabuloso, it's the same kind of thing where you can add the alcohol to it and make it a disinfectant. I was reading, they said rubbing alcohol is one of the most underrated cleaners out there. I used to clean my my flute with that, the mouthpiece and the inside of the whole neck of it. Yeah, with alcohol. Yeah, it just yeah, that's how I cleaned it, and it felt like it was just man. After that, it was good. So, but yeah, it gets all of the gunk out of there and stuff. Not. Why is she always saying that? She's I'm not gonna scare anyone tonight. Excuse me. What's everyone had? I think everyone's already had dinner, right? Most people are on the other side. Not. I'm trying to get ideas for dinner. Nita had a cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, I had my cheeseburger. I'm good.
Oh, see, Veronica says she cleans the whole pharmacy with rubbing alcohol. I like the smell. I like the smell too. It's real. It feels like that way that a hospital smells sterile. Hey, Charles.
Mr. Charles.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine today. How's everybody? How are y'all doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nita's doing good. She's well fed.
Yeah.
Well fed.
Yeah, Cindy and I had a kind of late dinner. We decided to order dinner in, and then took a while coming, but you know, so and that's why I joined the group kind of late tonight.
Oh, okay. What did you guys have?
We ordered from Olive Garden. She had some pasta dish. She had, I think, chicken parmesan or something like that. I had shrimp Alfredo.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Pam had tacos. Kenyana had boneless wings from DoorDash. Michelle did. Oh yeah, Michelle's over here. She's only an hour off from me. So what is it? Almost 7 o'clock. She's gonna make some smoked sausage and tons of veggies. Oh man, I'm hungry. I don't know what. I never can figure out what I want to eat.
Yeah, I know what you can eat. Food.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
That sounds good.
No, I don't know. That doesn't sound like good.
Yeah.
And was that the ice cream truck?
Out already?
By.
And we've had snow in April. We've been having not much, but a little bit of snow.
I remember when I lived in Chicago, I remember once seeing flurries in May.
Wow. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it.
Last time I went to Detroit, I went in the middle of April, and they had just had a huge snowstorm. It was a few years back.
Michigan definitely has that bipolar weather.
I remember my senior year of college at Michigan State, we had a lot of snow early in the winter. Then we had an unseasonal warm up in, I think, February. And so the Red Cedar overflowed its banks and flooded the baseball field at Michigan
Wow.
State. And even a little bit of it went over the sidewalk I took when I walked from my dorm to my classes. So I could truthfully tell people I had to ford the Red Cedar River on the way to class.
Nathan just bellowed, "Mom, fries!" So I guess that's what he wants, some fries. I want
Fries.
some food ever since down here.
Yeah, that's what was missing. Fries with my burger. But it was fulfilling. It was a big burger.
We had a big snowstorm here last night. Where is Jane from? Is she from Kansas or Missouri?
Who is that?
Jane.
Oh, I don't know.
We got some HelloFresh, and one meal was not for us, so we are changing it up. Oh, okay, got it. We just ate a plate of fries. Oh, that sounds good. French fries?
This year we've had an unusually mild winter as far as that goes, and only had one snowfall that was of any significance, and even that wasn't really that much.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but the year when Cindy and I were dating, there was an unusually mild winter that year, which is great for when you're dating long distance. In fact, I had the same thing when I was dating my late second wife, Heloise, winter of 1996-97, same way. Very mild winter. And neither case did the snow ever stop either of us from seeing the other.
Oh, come rain, sleet, or snow.
Utah had snow on July 4th a few times. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right. She's from Canada.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is if you're from someplace that's high up in the mountains, you can get snow pretty much any time of the year.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said. They had a big snowstorm last night. Snow in late April in Kansas. Now, we haven't even really had rain. I thought this would be the month for rain.
We've had rain here, but just no snow this winter to speak of. Now, actually, yesterday or Friday night, going into yesterday, the northern reaches of Connecticut, near the Massachusetts border, there they did get some snow. But we're in southern Connecticut. We're near Long Island Sound, so here we got just rain.
That is so strange. I would think you guys would have tons of snow.
Yeah, and I mean, I grew up in Connecticut, grew up in Wilton, and we sure got enough snow there when I was growing up. But this has been an unusually mild winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few rough days this year. But overall, it hasn't been too much snow, but a couple, rough ones. And then for it to be snowing in April, but it hasn't stuck. That's good for April.
I remember April 2nd, 1975. At that time, I lived in Chicago, and I remember that a foot of snow came down in about 3 hours in the afternoon that day.
Wow.
Yeah, Kenyane. You live in, unless it's Georgia, but I think you live in Florida, right? Where in Florida do you live? It's thunder and lightning over there. Why did it keep going through? Why did it go? It was spin out of the box. It went through 3 times. Oh, I see. It went through for each one. Never mind. Our winter was easy this year. Huh.
So
Yeah, when
you
I
get a thunderstorm there.
yeah, in Florida. Oh, Georgia. Okay, so it is Georgia. She's in Jonesboro, Georgia.
Jonesboro.
We,
I'm trying to think where that
when
is.
I know, I was wondering the same thing. When we were coming back from the snow, remember we went to the snow, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, maybe a little bit more. As soon as we came back, so there was barely any snow left. As soon as we came back, there was tons of snow that happened. So we missed it. We can't even go up there now. They don't want anybody going up there, even though it's outdoor play.
And Cindy has a cousin. In fact, he's a singer. He lives in Fairburn, Georgia, which is southwest of Atlanta.
Okay, sorry about that. Hey, Catherine.
We're just at the end, Catherine.
Yeah.
Hi, Catherine.
So last call for anybody who wants to join us. The link is in the chat. You can click on the link if you just want to get on and say hello before we sign off for the night. But we do thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening.
And Mary Ellen is over here, and she said hello. She said, "How are
Hey,
you all
Mary
doing?"
Ellen.
She says hi.
Hi, Mary Ellen.
Oh, food
Food
shopping.
shopping.
That was good. Uh-oh. Come here. He's back. He's back. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, DeAndre.
Mwah.
Hi, DeAndre.
Hi, DeAndre.
Did you miss me? Did you miss
Hi,
me?
DeAndre. Hey, DeAndre, you want to go to school?
Not to you. Not to you.
Do you hear it? He was gone too. You see that? He's still
No,
back there
thank
yelling.
you. No, thank you.
He was still back there yelling too. That was funny.
Yeah, he was gone to dance for the weekend. He's been with us for 6 weeks, 4 females in the house. So I had to allow Daddy to have some time, Daddy time, from this quarantine.
That's good
stuff.
for him.
Yeah. So he's back now. So let the fun begin.
Yeah, that's good for him.
Does he ever go to his brother's house?
He hasn't been over there. It's been a while. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get his brother to come get him pretty soon.
Yeah, he was out of there. He took off.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Veronica said, "Did he say no to you?" LOL, he's so cute. And Mary Ellen said he's so cute.
Like,
Hi,
no,
Billy.
thank you.
He looked shocked that I asked him that.
Yep, that word "school" is a bad word.
Well, you're mentioning school reminds me of an incident when my daughter was 3 years old, and we were at a hotel and got her in a conversation with a young lady at the cash register and the room service waiter, and they asked her, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And right away she said, "A woman driver." After they got over laughing, they asked her, "Well, what else do you want to be besides be a woman driver?" And she said, "I want to get a bride dress." So they asked her, "Aren't you going to go to school first?" Dorothy goes, "Yeah." "How long are you going to go to school?" 3 months.
She's going to get educated. That was like Emily's comment. "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And she said, "A kid."
I like that.
Yeah.
I think all of us want to be that.
I remember a song that was on the radio when I was a teenager. All us guys thought it was the stupidest song we ever heard. The girls all loved the song. And the song, called Bobby's Girl. This girl said, when people ask me what I want to be when I grow up, I say, I want to be Bobby's girl.
Bobby's. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to show, wait a minute. 1 second. Okay. Oh, I can't do it. Let me see. For notifications, or if you want to get the notifications when we come on live, on this live, if you're inside the live, not on the outside, but if you've clicked on the inside of the live, you should see those 3 dots. Well, you should see Autism and Us, and then you'll see something that says default or see first. Make sure you click on see first for the news feed and that notification bell, or just for the lives, you can turn on that first part. It should have something that says turn off live notifications or turn on live notifications under those 3 dots. So every time we come live, you'll get a notification. Can't wait to go back. He gets on live sessions with his teachers and speech therapists. Oh, he's like, I can't wait to see you guys. Yes.
Oh.
Daniel,
Is he going to do kindergarten again next year? Kindergarten? Okay, so everybody, I'm posting the question, what is your biggest safety concern regarding your loved one on the spectrum? And I put a few choices. I'm going to leave the adding a poll option open. So that way, if it's not one of the ones listed, go ahead and type in what it is that you're afraid of and add it to the poll. And then that way other people can vote on that as well as a choice. Okay, you guys, so be sure to check it out. I'm posting it right this second, and it's up right now.
Okay, so great, Catherine.
Everybody can try to go and check out the poll right now, okay?
Yes, make sure you guys check out the poll. Thank you. Don't forget to submit those pictures when you get a chance. Those beautiful faces of autism. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Charles. I'm glad you guys are safe and healthy.
My pleasure.
Yes. And we will see you guys next time. Don't forget
later.
to join us on Tuesday for Pam's Focus Live also.
Pam and Ralph. Yep. See you guys later. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.